Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. This is IMAX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going over the best wide receivers of the 2020-2021 NFL season. In this video, this is another Hunger Games video. I think this is my 6th Hunger Games video, if I'm correct, or it's something up there. And what I do in these videos is I take a bunch of players or teams, and I put them into a Hunger Games simulator, and they go through the different rounds of the Hunger Games until one of them comes out victorious. There will be death, there will be blood, and we'll see who comes out on top. So if you guys don't know what the Hunger Games is, basically it's a book and movie franchise where they put 24 people into a ring and they battle it out to the death, and the last one alive wins. And so I've been using this Hunger Games simulator to create other scenarios where football players or different type or like NFL or NBA teams are in the same situation, and it's been an interesting series on the channel. So this time I'm doing wide receivers for this season, and how I picked players is anyone who had either 8 receiving touchdowns or 1,000 yards was guaranteed to be on here. And then since there's exactly 23 that had either 8 touchdowns or 1,000 yards, I had Julio Jones as the last spot because he would have had 1,400. He was on track for 1,400 yards had he played a full 16 games. So I just decided to put Julio in there in the last district. So I ranked all of the players from best to worst statistics, basically, with a little bit of personal opinion in there because sometimes I weighted touchdowns more than yards. Like Adam Thielen had 14 touchdowns, but he didn't have as many yards as Allen Robinson, but he's technically ranked above him. So it wasn't like an exact ranking system, but I think it was pretty good. I also realized when I was doing this that there were a lot more wide receivers that were better in the NFC than the AFC. The AFC had a lot of wide receivers with a lot of touchdowns. NFC had a lot of wide receivers with a lot of yards. So that was one interesting thing that I found out when I was making this. So if you guys enjoy this type of video, make sure to like and subscribe. And with that, we will get into the video. So for the first day, they all are put up onto their platforms. They're in a 24-person ring around a cornucopia, and they can either go and get supplies and food and weapons out of it, or they can go into the wilderness and try and hide and survive. So Amari Cooper runs away. DJ Moore runs away. Davante Adams finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Allen Robinson snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Stefon Diggs runs away. Tyreek Hill runs away. Calvin Ridley takes a handful of throwing knives. DK Metcalf runs away. Julio Jones takes a spear from inside. Mike Evans runs away. DeAndre Hopkins grabs a backpack and retreats. Tyler Lockett grabs a jar of fishing bait while Marquise Brown gets fishing gear. And for the last few times I've been trying to guess who's going to win. This time Hopkins is my prediction. I think Hopkins is going to win this time. Chase Claypool runs away. Keenan Allen runs away. Brandon Cooks runs away. Juju Smith-Schuster gathers as much food as he can. Adam Thielen runs away. Will Fuller breaks Justin Jefferson's nose for a basket of bread. Nelson Agholor runs away. Terry McLaurin runs away. And A.J. Brown finds a canteen full of water. Juju Smith-Schuster chases Marvin Jones. Adam Thielen is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Tyler Lockett picks flowers. Amari Cooper steals from Keenan Allen while he isn't looking. He doesn't steal Keenan Allen. Chase Claypool receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Calvin Ridley fishes. Julio Jones chases Tyreek Hill. Probably can't catch him though. Mike Evans sets off an explosive, killing Stefon Diggs, Nelson Agholor, and Allen Robinson, so Mike Evans up for first blood. DJ Moore goes hunting. DK Metcalf and Davante Adams track down and kill Justin Jefferson. Will Fuller searches for a water source. Marquise Brown discovers a cave. Terry McLaurin runs away from A.J. Brown. DeAndre Hopkins discovers a river, and Brandon Cooks tries to spear a fish with a trident. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Stefon Diggs, Nelson Agholor, Allen Robinson, Justin Jefferson, and whoever this is. Juju Smith-Schuster screams for help. Keenan Allen starts a fire. Amari Cooper, Chase Claypool, Marvin Jones, and Mike Evans sleep in shifts. Will Fuller severely slices Tyler Lockett with a sword. Tyreek Hill, Brandon Cooks, and Julio Jones sing songs cheerfully. DK Metcalf attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Terry McLaurin tries to sing himself to sleep. Davante Adams receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Hopkins receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Marquise Brown and Calvin Ridley talk about the other tributes still alive. AJ Brown is awoken by nightmares. DJ Moore stays awake all night, and Adam Thielen loses sight of where he is. Terry McLaurin kills DJ Moore with a sickle. Mike Evans and Hopkins split up and search for resources. Amari Cooper and Juju Smith-Schuster hunt for their tributes. AJ Brown sets off an explosive killing Julio Jones. DK Metcalf and Brandon Cooks hunt for their tributes. Adam Thielen makes a slingshot. Marquise Brown throws a knife into Davante Adams' chest. That's gruesome. Will Fuller receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Tyreek Hill picks flowers. That's always lovely. It's always nice. Everyone always picks flowers. There's at least one or two people that always pick flowers every time. Marvin Jones poisons Calvin Ridley's drink but mistakes it for his own and dies. And Chase Claypool begs for Keenan Allen to kill him and refuses keeping Chase Claypool alive. Tyler Lockett, DJ Moore, Julio Jones, Davante Adams, and Marvin Jones. DK Metcalf sees a fire but stays hidden. Calvin Ridley tries to treat his infection. Adam Thielen quietly hums. Marquise Brown starts a fire. AJ Brown goes to sleep. Amari Cooper, Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller, and Juju Smith-Schuster sleep in shifts. DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, and Mike Evans sleep in shifts. Terry McLaurin, he's been alone the whole time. It's just been him. He hasn't been in any groups or anything. He receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. And Chase Claypool and Keenan Allen hold hands. Aw, that's so nice. DK Metcalf makes a wooden spear. Calvin Ridley shoots an arrow at Brandon Cooks, but misses and kills Juju instead. Keenan Allen catches AJ Brown off guard and kills him. Ooh, AJ Brown is doing well too. He had a few kills. Marquise Brown and Adam Thielen split up and search for resources. Terry McLaurin is by himself and steps on a landmine. So he was by himself the entire time and then dies from an inanimate object. Tyreek Hill is pricked by thorns while picking up berries. Amari Cooper receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Mike Evans receives clean water. Will Fuller V attacks Chase Claypool, but he manages to escape. And Hopkins explores the arena. He's been kind of a lone wolf as well. So right now, Evans has 3 kills, Metcalf has 1, Ridley has 1, Adams has 1, Fuller has 1, Allen has 1, and Marquise Brown and Terry McLaurin each have 1. So I guess Terry McLaurin did have a kill before he died, so he wasn't alone the whole time. DK Metcalf attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Calvin Ridley, Keenan Allen, and Brandon Cooks sleep in shifts. Chase Claypool stays awake all night. Tyreek Hill screams for help. Oof. He can just run away from everything. Will Fuller repeatedly stabs Hopkins to death with sighs. That's okay, so my prediction was wrong. Mike Evans and Amari Cooper huddle for warmth. Oh, that's nice. I'm going for Mike Evans now. And Marquise Brown pushes Adam Thielen off a cliff in a knife fight. Wow. Brandon Cooks thinks about home. DK Metcalf receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Mike Evans diverts Marquise Brown's attention and runs away. Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, Will Fuller track down and kill Chase Claypool. I wonder who gets the kill for that. Calvin Ridley attacks Amari Cooper, but he manages to escape. Hopkins, Adam Thielen, and Chase Claypool are our 3 cannon shots for this evening. Will Fuller thinks about winning. Keenan Allen, DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, and Brandon Cooks tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Calvin Ridley sets up camp for the night. Mike Evans cries himself to sleep. Tyreek Hill sets up camp for the night, and Marquise Brown is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Brandon Cooks dies of an infection. Marquise Brown decides not to go. Oh, so the feast is they put more stuff in the cornucopia to get people to kill each other more. So with that being said, Marquise Brown decides not to go to the feast. Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, and Will Fuller team up to grab food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from their families. Calvin Ridley does not go to the feast, Tyreek Hill does not go, and DK Metcalf does not go. On day 5, Mike Evans practices his archery. Will Fuller defeats DK Metcalf in a fight but spares his life. Keenan Allen attempts to climb a tree but falls on Amari Cooper, killing them both. Marquise Brown defeats Tyreek Hill in a fight but spares his life. And Calvin Ridley hunts for other tributes. Brandon Cooks, Keenan Allen, and Amari Cooper have all been killed. Marquise Brown and Tyreek Hill huddle for warmth. Will Fuller thinks about winning. Mike Evans is unable to start a fire and sleep without warmth. Calvin Ridley screams for help, and DK Metcalf receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Marquise Brown collects fruit from a tree. Fascinating. DK Metcalf and Will Fuller work together for the day. Mike Evans discovers a cave. Calvin Ridley constructs a shack, and Tyreek Hill dies as trying to escape the arena. So these three were alone for a while too, the last 2 rounds. And Marquise Brown's been alone for a while too. So poor Tyreek Hill. Mike Evans accidentally detonates a landmine trying to arm it. Seems like something someone that I would pick to win something would do. DK Metcalf, Calvin Ridley, Will Fuller cheerfully sing songs together, and Marquise Brown stays awake all night. Will Fuller collects fruit from a tree. DK Metcalf begs for Calvin Ridley to kill him. He refuses, keeping Metcalf alive. And Marquise Brown receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. So Marquise Brown is still a lone wolf. Marquise Brown receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Will Fuller sleeps without warmth. Calvin Ridley is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. And DK Metcalf receives water from an unknown sponsor. Marquise Brown is pricked by a thorn while picking berries. Will Fuller attacks Calvin Ridley, but he escapes, and DK Metcalf injures himself on day 8. So, not much going on day 7 and 8. Will Fuller cooks food before putting the fire out. Calvin Ridley tries to sing himself to sleep, and DK Metcalf tends to Marquise Brown's wounds. So not only are they not killing each other, they're helping each other. Day 9, Marquise Brown camouflages himself within the bushes. Will Fuller picks flowers. DK Metcalf receives an explosive, and Calvin Ridley is pricked by a thorn while picking berries. No one died again. Night 9. Marquise Brown bashes DK Metcalf's head with a mace. So he's been all by himself for so long. The first person he sees, he just BAM! Okay. Calvin Ridley receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, and Will Fuller cries himself to sleep. Calvin Ridley silently snaps Marquise Brown's neck, and Will Fuller. There's always 3. Every time there's 3, someone falls into a pit and dies, and the other one kills someone else. It never goes down to 2. It always goes down to 3. Someone kills someone, and someone else falls in a pit and dies. It's never just 2. Ever. Calvin Ridley had 2 kills, Will Fuller had 3, Marquise Brown had 3, Mike Evans had 3. Keenan Allen had 2. And Calvin Ridley is the winner from District 5. So, thank you guys all for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've made a bunch of these before, and I keep getting more and more requests to have them back on the channel. People really enjoy watching these, and I enjoy making them. I was trying to put this out yesterday. I actually made one of these yesterday, and I went to make the video, and the simulation that I saved wasn't working. I don't know why it wasn't working. It's always worked for me in the past and worked for me today, but the simulation I saved wasn't working. So I couldn't access it, and it was too bad because I wanted to make that video for you guys yesterday, especially because I hadn't made one on Wednesday, but I was able to make it today. So thank you guys for watching. We just hit 800 subscribers, which is insane. We were gaining subscribers more slowly recently, but in the past week we gained a lot more. So thank you guys for everyone who have subscribed to the channel. Welcome to everyone who's new. I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.